What's poppin', goddess Gyals? What's poppin', goddess Gyals? Welcome back to the channel. Y'all, it has been a minute since I really have felt drawn to sit down and have a conversation, unscripted, unplanned, just when you feel something so deeply and you're like, the world needs to hear this because I've unlocked new information. That's what this is gonna be. Okay, that's what this is gonna be. I want to start off by saying, if you clicked on this video, this is meant for you. Like, this energy is finding you. I always believe that the aura that we are, the energy that we are, is what summons its energy friends. It's gonna come back to them. So what I mean by that is, if you are super grateful and you're in this season of gratitude, you're going to attract abundance, and you're going to attract people and opportunities that also resonate gratitude and abundance. Energy is always going to find you based off what you're putting out, because what you put out has to come back. When there's a low, there has to be a high, and that is a law of polarity. Anyways, a few things that I have learned this week have really drawn me to have this conversation with you. And I don't know what it is, but when I see car conversations on YouTube, you know the information's about to be good. You just know, okay? I'm in the season of surrendering. And if you know the idea of to surrender to something, you're either one, you've been through a lot, or two, you've tapped into your feminine energy in a way that you've been able to receive, because surrendering means to receive, but you have to relinquish. Relinquish control. If you're somebody who is an ambitious woman, you go after all these goals, you just set yourself up with 1,000 tasks per day that you can't really do all of them at the same time, but you still do it because you're very high achieving. You're always used to being in control because you've controlled your life. You curated your life to be what you want it to be. But what I've realized these last few weeks is if you really want your highest dream life to come find you and to come scoop you up and take you, you really have to surrender to that energy. You have to surrender to God, the Most High, the universe, whoever and whatever you believe is your creator. You will tap into that energy. This week, I started learning about menstrual cycles. I was drawn to watch videos about my period, learning that if you're on the full moon versus you're on the new moon, what that means when your cycle's happening. I learned really beautiful things about meditation and how to have a proper meditation to really draw in your goals. One of the things that Jay Shetty talks about in his book, and Jay Shetty, I always call him Uncle Shetty in my head because he's just such this family loving energy. When you're about to meditate and you're intending this meditation to attract everything that you love, there's 3 main components. No, I would say 4. There are 4 main components to this meditation that Jay Shetty talks about in his book, Think Like a Monk. I'm gonna insert the book right here. He talks about this meditation. It starts off with breath work. So, you're sitting in a comfy chair or seat or area, right? And you have your heart covered and you have your stomach covered, and you're doing these deep breaths. He recommends 5 minutes, but you can really just do your deep breaths, whatever it feels like. Okay, I'm relaxed. I'm relaxed, I'm not stressed, I'm not, and so breath work is a form of meditation on its own. When you start off with that, your whole body is in relaxation mode, and now you're ready to receive because you're not fighting things. You're not fighting your breath, okay? You're accepting it. Second, you're going to go into a state of gratitude. At first, if you're not used to meditating or you're not used to showing your gratitude, that's okay. But start off with things that really help you out in your life. One thing I'm always grateful for is my car. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in this right now, but I am always so grateful for my car, because the process that it took for me to get my car 2 years ago was one of the toughest things. And I mean, one of the toughest things that I've actually had to go through, because it taught me so much lesson in resiliency and standing up for myself and assertiveness, that I just love my car, and I know I'm divinely protected. So when I get in my car, I'm happy. I say, thank you, car. So anyways, backing it up a little bit, I always thank my car. That's something you can think of as being grateful for your car. And another thing, you could also just think about like food, like thank you, you know, for my food. Thank you for the sun for shining today. I think I got mascara. Okay, no mascara. The sun for shining, and being grateful for nature will do you so much wonders, and just like how happy and kind and loving you feel in yourself, because nature is the biggest provider in our life. From the oxygen, from the wind, from the air, you feel it all. You feel it all every day. So those are a few examples. You say your gratitude, and you just like try to tap into the energy of feeling grateful, instead of being like, thank you for water, thank you for my job. Be like, thank you for my job, because I'm able to go and buy things that add to my happiness. I'm able to go and take trips with my friends that add to my happiness and add to my peace and add to my like quality of life. Like, thank you. So after you say your gratitude and you just get in this really happy, loving feeling, you visualize. I love this part. Visualization. Like, visualization is one of the coolest things you can do, because you haven't attained this yet. You're basically daydreaming. You're in this daydreaming state where you can just sit there comfy and you're just like playing this movie in your head of what you want to happen. And so the key from all these manifestation videos that I pick up on TikTok and all over YouTube is that when you're picturing what your goal is and what you want, at the peak of picturing it, and you have to feel so happy. Once you feel so happy, then you drop the image. You have to like get to that point as if you're in there. So if your goal is to get a vehicle, if your goal is to get a car, picture you driving a car. Picture you driving down the coast with your hands out the window. If you're picturing your dream job, picture you at that job. Picture you meeting people, picture you killing the interview, picture your interview outfit and your confidence, right? Picture that. And when you feel happy, like I just attained that, you drop that vision and then you go into your verbal. So now we're in the verbal stage. One thing that I've learned that really amplifies your manifestation when you verbally say it out loud is I allow. I allow. Because when you say allow, you are saying Allah. And Allah is another word for God, another word for our creator. Saying I allow myself to get this vehicle. I allow myself to get this dream job. I allow myself to be a money magnet, and I allow myself for money to be obsessed with me, because I'm obsessed with me. I love myself. Like, I love myself. The verbal is like the last component, and you just, you know, go on whether it's the beginning of your day or whether it's the end of your day. I've been trying to meditate more at night. Right before I go to bed. I feel like that's just like amplifies some things up there in the spiritual world. In the morning, you can say it. You could literally do it any time of day, just in that order. It's such a staple routine, and I've seen it work for a lot of people. I strongly believe that when you choose to get closer to God and choose to get closer to your creator, when you choose to get closer, your whole perception of everything changes. I remember coming back, living in Costa Rica I lived in Costa Rica for a month, right? And as I came back, I was like, there's gonna be a lot of things that are not in order for me, where I feel like I don't have control over anything. But those days, I was able to sit there and be like, how do I better myself? How do I give back to myself? How do I take care of Destiny? How do I take care of me? And by doing that, I literally unlocked something in my brain where I was just so grateful. I was crying for days. And I know I'm a sensitive person, but I feel like I haven't tapped into that in like a really long time, right? So I would be crying during songs. I'd be crying during movies. I would just be like driving and start crying. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm detoxing. I'm releasing all these negative things, and I'm now absorbing and attracting this high frequency positive energy. When you're releasing and you're leveling up to the next part of your life, you literally have to remove things physically, emotionally, and spiritually. So I was getting headaches. I haven't really felt like eating that much. There's like a lot of things that you're gonna feel. I want to just spread that message to you and drop some gems in there that I've been learning, because this self-love journey is truly for the goddesses. I know we hear on social media, hey queen, hey girl, hey sis, like, hey goddess, hello goddess, like I see you. The more women that resonate with this video and they understand goddess energy, which I'll definitely be doing a video on goddess energy and my take on it and how I apply it to my life, you will literally like transform into something that not just benefits you, you benefit others, and others see that. Like they're like, I'm attracted to you, I'm magnetic to you, but I don't know why. And because there's some hidden gems in goddess energy. But goddess energy starts with these simple things, right? Getting to a space to be grateful, to meditate, receive answers. But ultimately, goddess energy starts with being in a position to receive. As a goddess, you are a co-creator of the universe, a co-creator of life. So in order to be a co-creator, you got to know the other person, you know, the other being that you're operating with, and the type of power that you have. I love you. I'm happy for you. I'm excited for you. I'm happy you found this video. And if anything resonated with you, work on it. Keep it with you in your heart. All right, y'all. Well, I will see you in the next video. Bye.